G'day, guys, and welcome back to Let's Talk Footy. The last month has been absolutely fantastic. We've gotten to chat with Denon Kemp, who runs Bloke in a Bar there, as well as the Locker Room podcast. We had a chat with Hayes Dunster. Last year, throughout the year, we spoke with Harry Rushton, who will be heading to the Canberra Raiders, and we get back to the Canberra Raiders tonight. We have a huge guest, guys. One of my favourite players in the game. I can't believe I'm getting this opportunity. One of the talents with 10 years of footy to his name, including 200 NRL games and over 20 representative footy games, the 2020 Dally M Prop of the Year. Please join me in welcoming the king of ankle taps, Josh Papali. Oh, buddy, I'm hyped.
Thanks for having me on, bro.
No worries, bro. Been a big day of training, I've heard.
Yeah, just an early start, late finish. It's one of those things that every club's going through at the moment. So, yeah, not too bad.
Nah, that's good. All right, well, we'll get straight into some questions for you. I've got a few here about your career. And kicking it off, you're going into your 10th year now with your debut club of the Canberra Raiders. I think that a lot of players over the years have changed teams, but for yourself, you can consider yourself a Raiders veteran now. Not only how does it feel to, after all this time, to be a veteran to that one club and stick with it? I know there was that period where my team personally, Parramatta, you were very close to signing with them, but you've stuck with the Raiders and the team's adapted and it's gone really well.
Yeah, look, there's been a few opportunities to, jump ship and take off to another club, but Canberra's just been home so far, and moving down here, with my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, and with two beautiful kids, it's just hard to leave this place when things are going well. So Canberra's home for now.
It's really successful, Canberra, over the last couple of years. The way that Ricky has recruited this squad, there's always been so much talent with yourself and Jared Croker, but the signings of Charles Nickel-Clockstad, and even though he's gone, the signing of John Bateman was just huge. So this club is definitely heading in the right direction.
Yeah, look, we've had some, a lot of experience come through, and with Jared Croker, and then myself and Jackie Wyden, playing a lot of our career together. It's something special. But in saying that, we've had a lot of great players come in and out, and we're still in the thick of the club, and we're sticking solid, which is nice in a way, but we still got to win a comp, which is our goal.
Yes, that's a big goal, and hopefully the Raiders can come up with that one soon. You had that very close opportunity in 2019, which we'll get to shortly. I want to talk about 2014 now. One thing that everyone talks about making the debut. Now, a lot of players have spoken about their debut, but for you, it's origin for me. I want to ask not only how was it to make your debut, but because you've played in so many origins, how has the mentality of the team and the impact of Suncorp Stadium for the great state of Queensland been? And if you can remember, how did it feel to first get that shot in the jersey?
Yeah, thanks, bro. It's so my first year of Origin was actually in 2013, game 2. I was 18th man in game 1, and that experience going into camp and being in the same locker as the likes of JT and GI, Cam Smith, who we idolized back in Logan. He was a Logan junior coming through, Corey Parker as well, and I learned a lot from that one camp, and getting the opportunity to play in game 2, was just something special and something me and my family will cherish for a long time. And racking up a few games now, it's being nothing but a blessing.
And from that representative level, how's it been for the other representative, your country, and the pride in that, putting that jersey on? Is it a very different feeling?
Oh man, it's it's a special feeling putting that jersey on. It's I never take for granted. It's it's always a special milestone, always a special moment when you're putting that Maroons jersey on. There's a lot of hate between the two states, and you really feel that when you run out. So you do everything you can to put the team in a better position. I'm just glad we got the Shield back in the States.
Yeah.
Tough going there this year, but I'm glad we got the job done. But with Wayne and Mal coming back, it's a lot of experience there. A lot of young boys coming through as well. I always knew we were going to be hard to stop.
Well, you can say that you've played in the worst Queensland side ever, according to a lot of the New South Wales fans there. But yeah, no, perfect. 2018. Now this is a little bit touchy, but it's something that I want to ask you. Hope your kid's all right there.
He's eating too
um,
fast.
2018 was a huge year for you. Now Ricky's been a great coach over the years. He knows how the club works. And one of my things for your career is back in 2018, yourself and Blake Austin, who's no longer at the club, were dropped. Now, that was a bit of a shock to me. I knew things weren't going right early at the start to start the year, but I didn't completely blame yourself and Blake. So I thought it was a very different move. But you come back and you have this massive year. Unfortunately, you don't make the finals. You just miss out on final. But for yourself, you win the Player of the Year amongst Canberra. How was that feeling? And was this one of the biggest moments for you of overcoming adversity?
Yeah, it was. I sort of had a moment like that back in 2000. I think it was 14, maybe. I just wasn't playing the best of footy, and the same thing. We got off to a pretty slow start as a club, and I'd probably say 18 was probably the best shape I've ever been in a long time, and being dropped wasn't easy to cop at the time, but being dropped was sort of my fault as well. We had rules in play to we had this black and white sort of rule thing about being the right body weight, and to make the team you got to follow these rules, and that the being dropped was sort of my fault. I wasn't the right weight, coming back after the 4 losses in a row, and Ricky had to do something to change it up, and sort of getting dropped wasn't nice. But then coming back into the team, and Ricky put me in the middle, and I think that's probably the best move he's ever made, and I feel comfortable there. I'm still learning how to play like a front rower, and still trying to improve my game. And I think a lot of people forget that this year's only my third year in front row, and I feel like my footy is just.
Well, I mentioned at the start as well, you're speaking about it's only your third year in front row, and you won the Dally M last year. That's obviously saying something, to come from being dropped and then going to a grand final appearance against the Roosters, who were just. You could argue this decade's been their decade. You could argue between the Storm and the Roosters that it's been their decade, and for you to come up against those teams with those big performances is huge.
Yeah. They're just when they're on, and like you said, they've won a few comps in a row now, and it's their season.
Yeah. I want to get to 2019. So how was the hype around Canberra? The whole year itself, and the welcoming of new players. You chance Nickel Clockstad. I believe Bateman signed in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. It could have been 2018, but I think it was 19. But for one, you scored the match-winning try over the Rabbitohs to send them into a prelim loss. This was the first time Canberra have made the grand final in 25 years. For one, how was the feeling around Canberra? But for two, how did you feel with the team's performance in the big game?
Yeah, I felt like in 19 we just got a lot of things right, and that prelim's probably a game that I'll remember for a long time. Not only because of the try, but the atmosphere around the city. Canberra itself was just, they came out and they're doing the green sausages, the green breads, and just everything was green. They had the Parliament House lights on green, and you could feel that support from Canberra, and it was just a shame we couldn't get the job done. But take no credit away from the Roosters, who were just playing the best footy they were, and grand finals only come around so often, and we just didn't grab the opportunities that we should have. But it is what it is, and hopefully we can see ourselves in another.
Was that?
There.
Cut out there. We're back. I can't edit as well. All right.
So,
I wanted to ask you about the Viking clap. I was part of the Viking clap that year. Was that different? That atmosphere, that stadium was just so alive for Canberra that night.
Yeah, bro. It was that's probably the best atmosphere I've played in front of.
Oh wow.
It's when we ran out, you sort of just, man, I felt sorry for the Souths players, because it was Souths had their little patch of supporters there, but it was totally 95% to 5% all Raiders fans, and when we won it was it was wild. You couldn't stop it, eh?
Unforgettable. Well, let's talk a little bit away from footy. Kind of two subjects here. So the first one, I want to know, how do you spend your time away from footy? You mentioned you've got a family, wife and kids, so obviously a lot of time there. I guess I'll let you answer that first, and then I'll get into the charity side of things, which we will address.
Yeah. So obviously the kids and my wife and my family, we sort of just try and chill out for a bit on days off, but most of my time I'm just playing a lot of golf, and if we've got a good crew there which take a lot of my time up, and not playing good so far, but it's I'm enjoying it.
That's good to have a little hobby outside of it. Well, let's talk about the Black Dog Institute, which is a fantastic cause that I think NRL Roast for me was someone who really started to get the attention out there. The way his fan base is, and I'm included in that, helped to build on it throughout the final. I personally donated $160 to the Black Dog Institute. We agreed, I believe, between myself and you, every dollar for 1 meter made during finals, and then every $20 for each finals appearance that the Canberra Raiders made. I want to let you know as well that me and my dad are going to donate another $100, so $50 each. We're going to donate that tomorrow. Just let you know on here. But how big of an impact to your life has supporting this charity been?
Oh, cheers, bro. Appreciate that. Every help, every dollar, it really helps. The charities and everything we support, and with the Black Dog Institute, growing the mullets, and that's all been fun, and I've kept mine now going for.
Yeah.
And I've got a bit going on with Corey now, and but it really helps me. I really try and play, for the charities I help out with, and I've just joined. I'm an ambassador for the Win the Day charity, which is Maddie Kiddo's sister's child who has Wilma cancer. So I'm a that, and we're doing all we can to raise money for research and all that, just to help out, because it's every dollar counts. It's nothing's for free these days, and we're doing all we can. And mate, thank you for all your support, and for all the shout outs you've helped me out with, because with social media I'm definitely not the best.
Nah, no worries at all. It's been absolutely fantastic. I want to get into our final question now, which I'm sure is the one on everyone's mind this week. What's your plan to stop Ben Hannett on Friday night? If you guys didn't know already, Josh was meant to fight Nelson Asafa Solomona. Unfortunately, he pulled out of that one. So Ben Hannett will be calling up. There will be an event known as the All-Star Footy Fight Night. I believe it's on Main Event as well. Is it being done on Main Event?
Yeah, I think it is there. I think it's I think you actually got to pay to watch the fight, which is pretty cool. It's all right, but
I'll try and head to a bar or something, so that you don't. If anyone is unable to pay. But how are you prepared for this fight?
Oh, mate, I'll tell you one thing. I was pretty happy when Nelson pulled out, mate. A very big, person, and man, he can move for a big boy. So, those heavy hands, I probably wouldn't last too long. But yeah, look, I'm preparing pretty well. I'm trying to get sparring partners when I can, but if I don't do a lot of sparring, I'm body sparring. Curtis Scott and Danamas Louis, who have been there from the start and just helped me, through my trainings, and they've been my water boy, my towel boy, and just wiping sweat and blood, through all the training sessions. And they've been a massive help. But then obviously, the main one, my good friend Steve Babick, who has sacrificed pretty much 7 weeks of his life to help me out. And I'm forever in debt to him, and man, I'm just forever grateful that he's just found the time to be there for me. And and he gets we're traveling up tomorrow, and hopefully it's a good few days in Townsville before the fight on Friday, and hopefully a good win as well.
Awesome. It sounds like you're well prepared and ready, and I'm really looking forward to it. Well, I want to thank you so much for your time today. I know this has been planned for very close to 12 months. We've been having this discussion, so I've been really looking forward to it. It's been both wonderful, unforgettable. Guys, make sure you get behind Josh on Friday. If you want to get behind Ben, that's up to you, but Josh is going to win this fight. Make sure you donate to the Black Dog Institute. It's a fantastic cause. And I just want to give a little plug as well that NRL Roast has exclusive Josh Papali t-shirts on sale, which should arrive on time if you order them now for the fight. So I've caught one of those. They look fantastic, mate.
Nice, bro. Thanks, Hughes, for your help.
No worries at all. Thank you.
Cheers. Take care,
Make sure you do like and no worries. Okay, guys, make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel. What a fantastic chat that was. Obviously, I'm sorry that I couldn't cut out that moment where he cut out, but I really enjoyed that. A ton of fun. I want to thank everyone for hyping this up. It's been a long time coming, and Let's Talk Footy has been successful as well. I want to hype up the next guest. So the next guest of Let's Talk Footy will be Clarkey from Clarkey's NRL column. We'll be coming on here for a little chat. And we've got another guest lineup, so we've got at least another 2 episodes planned. But make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel. If you don't want to miss these videos, make sure you do put the bell on as well, guys. Let's get those subs up. Let's do this. We move into the NRL season, and very soon I will post my season prediction. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you guys